Buffalo and Texas, the crew, finna go at it on the 8U division. As I would tell y'all, it is time to get it on. We're getting ready to go in the center for the coin toss. Buffalo is in the building. Oh, he getting ready. Whitecap getting ready. Houston, the crew is in the building. 8U. 8U. We got Coach Keon from Buffalo, New York. We got Coach Trey from Houston. They say they trying to set the tone. All right, it is time to get it on. We got the chain crew ready. Chain crew. We need the chain crew so we get the game started. We need one more. You got three? Okay. Oh, this is trying to get it on. The ball for it all to see who moves on to the next stage. They say Lambeau Bay Area, 8U waiting in the dark, in the wedges. They say they want everybody. I'm just telling you what was told to me yesterday. They say they ain't ready. Uh-oh. They say they doing it big. Doing it big.
Are you ready? Audio
Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
And welcome to Generation X Youth Sports Network. Is going down the number 2 ranked team in the nation, the CRU out of Texas, representing the Texas Sports League. Will be taking on the Northeast out of New York, Great Elite. Battle of the regions, Northeast versus the South is going down. And listen, the CRU just wanted to show you that they were a little bored. They said Great Elite put them to sleep. Well, they'll need to back that up on the football field. It's about to go down as the officials get ready to rock and roll. A lot of action took place here yesterday on day 1. We'll recap some of those scores. Of course, you can go on Generation X page itself and you can see all the scores recapped from yesterday. And also, if you want to make sure you can keep up with all the schedules going on today, you can make sure you tune in or log on, I would say, to Zorts. That's spelled Z-O-R-T-S, and that's an application you can download it to your favorite Apple device, your Android, and you can get all the schedules that's going on today. Of course, this is day number 2 for the right to keep moving on to the national championships, which will take place this Friday and Saturday at IMG inside of the stadium. Jumbotron and everything will be fully activated. We want to make sure these championship games and the championship teams get the big stage they deserve. So, of course, we're playing what we call our play-down fields or our bracket fields and the multi-purpose fields in the back of the stadium here at this beautiful complex at one of our partners at IMG Academy. And what an exceptional facility that it is. Of course, a lot of kids and teams staying right here on the hotel premises. And, of course, Airbnbs all over Bradenton are booked for one of the most anticipated youth sports events in a while. So your Texas CRU undefeated on the season, and of course at national runner-ups, only loss was to Lambeau, aka Central DeKalb Jaguars, last year in the 2019 championships. They'll get ready to take on Great Elite. First time, this is their premiere of playing in the Youth National Championships. And the ball is kicked off. And here comes the Texas CRU. He'll plant his foot, still on his feet. And it's a foot race now. And the CRU will strike first. And touchdown CRU. And this is why they are the number 2 team in the nation. They not only do it on offense and defense, but you see how quick they can strike. Opening kickoff is returned for a touchdown. Texas CRU goes up quickly and fast. Score 6-0. Wow.
Right there, extra point is no good. We got to score 6-0 with, what we got? 9:40 left on the clock. Boy, I tell you, it's going to be a day.
Are you tired of showing up to a football event without a single ounce of swag? Are you tired of scoring touchdowns in games, but when it's time to celebrate, you freeze on camera and make an absolute fool of yourself? Are you tired of joining dance groups you don't belong in and ruining a potential video with a horrendous floss? If this is you, try not to panic. Help is on the way. All you have to do is call 1-800-GET-DRIPPED. By calling this number, you'll be looking and feeling different. Just blurt somebody, rub it in, yeet the ball, throw up the sticks, and square up. Wow, awesome clip. With all this new drip, you'll finally be able to join the dance group too. Whoa. Don't waste any more time. Call 1-800-GET-DRIPPED. That's 1-800-GET-DRIPPED.
No, I think this commercial was sponsored by Battle. If you should be sponsored by Battle, you're either middle school, high school, or college, you want to be sponsored.
They set it up for the kickoff.
Stop at your plate. Need a mouthpiece.
And an excellent kickoff, and he'll fall down. And, of course, in youth football, you know it's down where he puts his knee down. So that is where Great Elite will need to set up their offense. Of course, they spotted the number 2 team in the nation 6 points early in the game by giving up a kickoff return to Texas CRU. So we welcome the Great Elite down to Bradenton, Florida, as they come down from New York to take on one of the top Texas teams. Handoff right up the middle for about a gain of 5. So the Great Elite come out, their game plan is to run in between the tackles against this Texas CRU team, knowing that this CRU team has a really speedy linebacker, so it's hard to run on the edge, but Great Elite is coming with the attack to run directly. And we have an official timeout on the field.
Coaches on the sideline. Coaches on the sideline. You must have a mask on. Coaches, mom, if you don't have a blue band, you must go on the other side of the road. You need a blue band to be on the game side. That goes for both sidelines.
First quarter action right here on Generation X Youth Sports Network. Texas CRU in the white and blue, and Great Elite in the black and neon green. Overload to the left, and they will run it to the left. And that's going to be about a gain of 2 yards. That's going to bring up around a 3rd and 4 for the Great Elite. Thank you for tuning in to Generation X Youth Sports Network. Of course, it is championship week, all this entire week at IMG Academy. And they'll come out with a triple I attack, and they'll give it to the second back, and he's met with authority. And what a tackle by number 5 from Texas CRU, and that's going to be Mr. Kareek Lawrence with the tackle. Hand out to the right-hand side. He has a little room there. And drags a player or two. And that is enough to move the chains for Great Elite against Texas CRU. Timeout on the field. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Generation X Youth Sports Network. The crew comes back out to try to defend this great elite offense. And listen, a very methodical attack, very efficient, all running in between the tackles. This is not something that they want to try to do any trickeration plays. They're just running power football right at Texas CRU. So very interesting on the opening drive for this great elite team against a stout Texas strong defense team, the Texas CRU. Tight formation, as you can see, as we're waiting on the refs right here once again, and they'll go back to the huddle. But you can already see the mindset of Great Elite. And as you hear the crowd behind us, of course, we have Outlaws 8U playing ABA Outlaws 8U. And both of these teams took a loss yesterday, so they're trying to play their way for to get back in and defend their rankings right now. So it's Orlando Outlaws against ABA 8U behind us. But right now, 8U action right here on the national level. Also, you'll be able to switch to another one of our lives in about 2 or 3 minutes, which are going to bring to you RDU 6U. You won't want to miss that action. And of course, other 6U action that's going on right now is the New Orleans Dolphins, the #1 6U team, really putting on a display right now, up by 21 points. And they are playing Hapeville Hornets out of Georgia. That's just giving you some score updates that's going on right now. And that's going to be a hard fought of yard and a half. And strong run right up the middle again. And listen, this Great Elite team, nothing fancy about them. This is a hard hat, lunch pail type of offense. They're running directly at the crew in between the tackles. And like I said before, nothing fancy about it.
5 minutes in running in the first quarter. 5 minutes in running in the first quarter.
Hand off to the second back, and he'll run right off tackle once again. And the ball is on the ground. Crew picks it up, and they're going the other way. And wow, he's still on his feet all the way down to the 34-yard line, or 33-yard line. And man, what a play. Listen, because Great Elite was running right at the crew, running directly at him and running physical football, and they put the ball on the ground. Let's take a look at it. Hand off to the second back. He gets all the way up to the 55-yard line and lets the ball go. Crew picks it up, returns it all the way down to the other side, and that's going to be 1st and 10 Texas Crew ball. And the ball is on the ground. It looks like Great Elite has it right back. And the football gods return it to Great Elite. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. In the first quarter, 2 turnovers. That quick, back-to-back. And this is some football here. They return the favor right to Great Elite. And the handoff, he just really never got it, put it on the shoulder pad. And from there, the ball was put on the ground. Hand off to the left-hand side, and that's going to be about a 3-yard gain.
That's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Handoff right up the middle, and he's tripped up right around the 37-yard line and had a little room there, but tripped on his own lineman's foot. But again, you see this mindset, and they're running right at the teeth of this CRU defense. They're making no qualms about it. They want to run directly at the defensive tackles and get their yardage there. He'll push his way to the 41-yard line.
Timeout one. 2:08 to go in the first quarter. We got to score 6-0 in favor of Houston.
Yo, man, there's a lot of brothers out there flaking and perpetrating, scared to kick reality. Yo, man, there's a lot of brothers out there flaking and perpetrating, scared to kick reality.
Get the gas up. Get the gas. Get the gas. Get the gas up. Load it up. Get the gas up. Load it up. Get the gas. Get the gas. Get the gas. Till the third wall posse. Till the third wall posse. Get the gas.
First down.
There's going to be flags on the play, so let's see what's going on here.
Offsides on Houston.
And big run as he springs it to the outside. He's to the 40. He's to the 35, still on his feet. And that is what this is what these guys wanted to do. Great Elite wanted to allow them to sleep, run up the middle, run up the middle, run up the middle, and then all of a sudden spring them to the outside. As those linebackers got used to filling those A and B gaps, getting caught up at the line of scrimmage. And you'll look at here as an instant replay. Watch the linebackers play. Linebackers get up and lead. It's too late. They're stumbling. They're running over each other because they're used to filling those holes, and it had got to the second layer. So that is what Great Elite wanted to do right there. And that's great design as they were kind of putting those linebackers to sleep. They were waiting to, instead of just reacting, they were trying to read and got caught at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback under center, he'll hand it off. And a big, strong run as he runs 2 or 3 players over. What a physical run by number 24 of Great Elite. That's an 8-yard gain. That's 2nd and 2 for Great Elite.
Mask on.
And fumble on the ball once again as Great Elite is making progress. They put the ball on the ground, and Cruz still on his feet, has one man to beat, and he's hit all the way at the 31-yard line. And Great Elite can't get out of their own way. A very efficient offense as they put on display, but being plagued by mistakes. This is 2 fumbles, back-to-back drives, and man, as you can see, their game plan to play against Texas CRU. And Jess does not secure the ball. He's hit on the right-hand side and puts the ball on the ground. And let's look at that again. Player looks like he was down on this play. Let's look at it. Number 24 is going to get the handoff, and let's see if his body hits the ground before that ball comes out. He's down there. Now the ball seems like it squirts out. We don't even see it yet. Now it's out. So he's going to be down. But that was just our opinion. Ball, this is start of second quarter. And that's going to be about 4 yards on the play. But listen, as it's happening real live and happening fast, the refs are making judgment calls. And we only had that one angle there. But he looked like he was down from there, but ref calls it in. Fumble is down again. Listen, these two teams are just giving gifts back and forth. And there's a fight for this underneath. And listen, this is like deja vu, ladies and gentlemen. This just the same thing happened a couple plays ago. Great Elite would fumble, and then Texas CRU would fumble. Then sure enough, right again, Great Elite fumbled again, and Texas CRU fumbled again. So this is just, wow. This is phenomenal here. As you'll see, the handoff is secure, and he never actually received it. And that is where the fight for the ball took place. First down, Great Elite.
To both sides.
Another strong run right up the middle.
Sideline warning issue to the Houston side. Timeout Houston. 9:04 to go in the second quarter. 9:04 to go in the second quarter. Both teams have been issued a sideline warning.
Second quarter, 9:08 to go.
And another strong run by the great elite. And there's flags on the play. And that's going to be a sideline infraction after they received 2 warnings on Texas CRU. And we also have a 15-yarder against the CRU as well. So that's going to move the chains. Excuse me. That's going to move the chains for Great Elite.
Ball foul, 5-yard line, 5 yards, sideline warning. Clock is running. Buffalo comes up, 2nd and 8. Houston trying to play defense.
Handoff right up the middle once again, and that's going to be about a 4-yard gain, but a big hit delivered by Roxavian Major.
Timeout, Buffalo, black. 7 in 2nd quarter, 7:29 to go in the 2nd quarter.
And a misdirection on a reverse. Still on his feet, but he'll be met at the line of scrimmage, and he'll drag player maybe for 1 or 2 yards. And flags on the field. There's going to be 12 men on the field for Texas CRU, for the CRU. They'll walk those 5 yards off. Excuse me. Be a 10-yard penalty. That's going to put Great Elite in the best position that they're in all game long. They're in striking distance. Hand off, and he'll run for about 3 yards. That's going to bring about 2nd and 7 for Great Elite. Great Elite gets their offense set up. Wishbone formation. And they'll give it to the fullback right up the middle. And that's going to be enough, I think, almost close to first down. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and about a half a yard for a first. So listen, Elite can get a first down by just getting 1 yard gain, and there'll be a 1st and goal.
Gotta bring him back. Injury timeout. Injury timeout.
And not a lot of room there. That's about a loss of a yard. And that's going to bring up a big down. 4th and 2 right now for the for Great Elite. This is bend or break for the Crew's defense and an important conversion for Great Elite right now. 4th and 2, only at the 6-yard line. Super important for both teams right here as we're in the 2nd quarter of action here at the Youth National Championships, round 2. And they're gonna line up in with their car. And thank you for tuning in right now to Generation X Youth Sports Network. Of course, the score 6-0. The Crew with the lead over Great Elite, but Great Elite threatens right now. And 2nd quarter action at the 6-yard line, 4th and 2, a very important down coming up for both teams. The crew comes out, their defense sprints out to the field. They're motivated to make this big stop here. Coaches get their last-minute words in for Great Elite. And they're going to be overload left right now. And they'll do a run behind it. He'll be stopped for a loss. Big stop by Texas crew. As he's hitting the backfield, they'll lose yards on that 1st and 10. Turnover on downs for the crew. Big stop by their defense, as Great Elite had an impressive drive to get them all the way within inside of the 6-yard line, but their offense really just stalled out right inside of the red zone and went backwards. And a team like the crew, you can't give them any opportunities to just let them go another day. So, 1st and 10, Texas crew. Come out in tight formation themselves. Hand off to the right-hand side. It makes 2 players miss, still on his feet. Out to the 20, out to the 30, still on his feet. And wow, turns on the afterburners, and a coach is running stride for stride with him sidelines. Think he's trying to race his own player, but he's excited. As you can see, the crew have set up their tunnel, and only right that they run towards their tunnel for a 94-yard touchdown. That play started from the 6-yard line, and they made Great Elite pay for not cashing in or converting for that 1st down. And that's almost a 12-point swing, as if Great Elite would have punched that in, it would be tie score. But instead of being punched up and tied, it's going to be 12-6. 12-0. Wow. After this, we'll take a look at that play, see how it developed. And that's going to be a conversion for the crew. And wow, what a turn of events, as it would look like. And let's take a look at these plays here. And how did it develop? Because it looked like he had him caught in the backfield. As you'll see, they'll come out of their tight formation. And he's in the actual end zone now, comes back with the 5-yard line, made a player miss. And after that, it was just pure speed. Broke another tackle, put hands on the player, stiff arm. And I don't know who's more excited, the player or the coach at that point, where he would go 94 yards for a score. And he shot the peace signs, the deuces, right at the goal line. Very impressive run by the crew. So that brings your score 14-0 over Great Elite. Texas versus New York. Battle of regions right now, as this is day number 2 at YNC, the Youth National Championships at IMG Academy.
Timeout Black, 3:47. Timeout Black, 3:47. These are
out to the 50-yard line, and he'll be escorted out there. That's where Great Elite will set up their offense, and they'll try to get something going before the half. The score is 14-0, the Crew over Great Elite. Big hit. That's 21. Gets him out to around the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it's cool today.
Hey, but today a nigga came prepared though.
That's how I usually be.
Two, which I had 3 layers on.
Yesterday was hell.
I ain't gonna lie, I was up here for fucking like 5 hours straight.
Yeah. See, I got the umbrella, but that shit wasn't like it was. Shoot.
I see you got the trap pot down too. That's smart.
Still on his feet. He's out to the open field, and he's looking to run over players. He'll get all the way out to the 30-yard line, possibly the 29, but a physical run. And this kid reminds me of what they call the Beast, Marshall Lynch, and comes up with a little limp. And it's 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in this half. So they're trying to get a score before this half runs out. They'll come back the opposite way. They'll throw it, put it up in the air, but nothing there. As they had a wide open player, but the running back was not able to get the pass with the velocity that he wanted. So that'll be incomplete on the pass, and they're trying to take advantage or really move this offense within the last 2 minutes of this half.
That's going to bring up second and 10. 208, 208, 208.
Oh yeah, back and forth, yeah.
That shit's crazy. That catch though, that catch was everything.
Yeah, with the two big corner and the safety coming over the top.
I also had a game on that.
I thought that was gonna be game.
Still on his feet, another physical run. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for Great Elite. And they're in their hurry-up offense.
Fourth and three. Under a minute and counting.
Hit in the backfield, and that's a big loss of yardage. And that's turnover on downs. The Crew has good field position after standing up those 4 downs. And as you can see, they get deep penetration in the backfield. Another big run by Texas CRU. Y'all out to the 45-yard line.
They score here, this shit gonna get out of hand.
I'm changing the tripod, but in order for me to change the tripod, I had to unplug it. Should be good. Yeah, this is mine. Like I said, and this threaded in. So this ain't going nowhere. Unless the whole damn thing come off.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, just whenever you not holding it, just stay clear. So you know. Yeah. Listen, after what happened yesterday, I swear that ain't gonna happen again. Is your coffee right here? Okay. So all I do is turn this on and he can see the live feed now? He can see right now, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. It's time to play football. Third quarter, man. It's time to play football.
Even though the stick came with a cooler in Miami Heat. Like I said.
Start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to the second half of action right here on Generation X Youth Sports Network. If you missed the first action, or first half of action, I should say. Oh, and it looks like Crew is going to get that kickoff return. Let's see. Oh, well, let's see what they decide. So it looks like Great Elite will receive it. So it'll be 1st and 10, Great Elite. Almost disastrous for Great Elite as the Crew comes out with a onside kick, and it bounced off the would-be lineman, or blocker, I would say. So that will set up Great Elite's offense at the 45-yard line. And it will be 1st and 10, beginning of the second half, third quarter action, as Great Elite had great momentum offensively on a couple of drives and got all into the red zone, got all the way down to the 6-yard line, and was not able to punch it in. Crew defense stood up tall and came back the very next play and scored a 94-yard touchdown of their own, increasing the lead 14-0. And we'll have a handoff to the right-hand side now, and the Crew not having it, as they'll take him for a tackle, a loss about 3 yards. And that'll be number 18 on the tackle, and that's Emmanuel Davis for the Crew. Hand off to number 24, and he's still on his feet. And it's almost close to a first down. Let's see if they move the chains, but what a tough run.
First and 10 for New York. 7:45 and rolling. 7:45 and rolling with a score of 14-0.
tackled at the 31 with his forward, 29-yard line with his forward momentum. That'll bring up second down.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6.
Big tackle as number 5 just comes in there with a big hit, and that's going to be Kendrick Lawrence with a huge hit for the Crew. Fumble on the play, and it's recovered by Great Elite. And there's flags over the field, so let's see what the flags are all about.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 9. Number 9. Personal foul, automatic first down.
And that's going to be a big run, and that's going to be another flag on the play. And I can tell you what that penalty is going to be. That's going to be a face mask. And so let's see which variety they call, either the 5-yarder or the 15-yarder.
First and goal. First and goal for Buffalo. 339 in the third quarter. Big hit by number 5. That's going to bring up third and goal.
Brings up fourth down.
That's going to be a turnover down. It's going to be first and 10 for the It's 7 on the clock. 1:27 on the clock.
And big catch by number 18, bringing it down, Mr. Emmanuel Davis with an amazing reception. And the crew is on the move. Take a look at that play as he was able to concentrate on the ball. Wide open, a blown coverage, and he was able to adjust to the ball. Listen, if that ball was on target, he would still be running. But a way to concentrate and adjust to that ball. And, of course, quarterback could call his own number here, and he'll break 2 tackles, still on his feet. Ball is on the ground. And turnover as Isaiah Rivera was up the field, breaking 2 tackles. He put the ball on the ground, and now we're heading into fourth quarter action. And right after that, we'll be right back after these messages.
praying on my downfall, but it ain't no stopping me. Ha ha, they thought we was gonna be broke forever.
Guys, I think we got to cut this short.
Nope, not yet.
Long live Steve, long live her, we gon' ball forever.
We got a score of 14-0 in favor of the Blue Houston 8U division. If you're from Houston, make some noise. If you from Buffalo, make some noise. Outstanding. It's all about the kids. Make sure we encourage your kids on both sides of the ball.
Big hit by the crew. And another big run. 24 doing the work for Great Elite all day.
Under 8 minutes ago. Oh, good block on the edge. Oh, he's brought down by a host of tackles.
And big hit.
Got a 5-yard run. This is going to bring up second down. Coaches, hey, they say please have your mask on the sideline. All coaching, it is an IMG and better regulation. Please have your mask on. If you're on the sideline, you must have your mask on.
And a flag on the play.
That was a helmet call. That's a personal foul. We got to score 14-0 in the fourth quarter. I'm going to give y'all the time here in 1 second. .625 and rolling, 6:25 and rolling, and in the fourth quarter with a score of 14-0, Buffalo's driving the ball. And he's thrown up in the backfield.
And Texas Crew defense all over that play. And they're just really kind of showing you why they're the #2 team in the country. But listen, they've had a fight on their hands with this great elite team. Very impressive team coming out of New York. And for people who didn't know what type of punch they bring to the game, I can guarantee you they'll definitely be respected moving forward. Glad that we can display great elite right here on Generation X Youth Sports Network. And they have nothing to hang their heads about. And the game's still not over. There's a lot of football left, but definitely a very impressive team that's going toe-to-toe with this Texas Crew team, which is the #2 team in the nation. And got to tell you, that team will average 30 to 40 points easy with a dynamic offense that they have. So once again, thank you for tuning in to Generation X Youth Sports Network. It's been an amazing week so far. We're on day #2. Half the teams that were, in the tournament took a loss yesterday, and half the teams are moving on. And some of the #1 and #2 teams that were in some of the brackets had byes, but they will be playing today, so we'll catch you up. Also on our live feed right now is, if you're a 12 and under fan, the City Life Raptors are taking on the Bay Area Packers. You can see that on one of our live feeds as well. And we'll be bringing you action all here the entire day of national matchups. Wishbone formation for Great Elite. They trail the Crew 0-14, fourth quarter action. Quarterback back to pass, and he's hit as he throws, so it's a jump pass. Almost interception, in and out of the hands of the defender as he lost the ball into the sun.
That's going to bring up third down. It was an incomplete pass on the plate. Third and long.
And out to the right-hand side, #24, big run and a big hit. #5 has been physical all day. Kendrick Lawrence has been the man at the linebacker position, laying hits. You can go on our Instagram. You can see one of the plays from Texas Crew. #5 has been consistent. This is what he does, game in and game out. Very physical football player.
Turnover and downs is going to be Houston ball. 1st and 10 for the Crew with a score of 14-0. I'm going to give y'all the time. As soon as I move you on down here.
436. 436. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
And he's got one man to beat, and the crew has poured it on. Texas in the house, flexing their national #2 ranking. And I got to tell you, this game was a lot closer, but as the crew just goes and put the finishing touches on this game. Wow. Let's take a look at that play again. Here's the replay. As he tight ropes the sideline. Wow, an impressive play by the crew. Hats off to both of these teams as they made it to day 2. And here's the extra point right here. Hand off to the left-hand side. No good as they catch him in the backfield. So that'll bring your score. The crew 20, Great Elite 0. Thank you for tuning in right here to Generation X Youth Sports Network as we get ready. I want to say as we quickly approach Championship Day, you'll look in the background, you'll see the stadium behind the fields. And that is where championship football will be played. So in the horizon, you'll see IMG Academy Stadium, Jumbotron, things ready for those kids as we get that stage set. We'll set up the decor and set it up for those kids to be crowned champions. Of course, get those trophy tables ready as well with the crystal balls as it's time to fight for a national championship. Right now, you're tuned in to Generation X Youth Sports Network as we show you the crew versus Great Elite 8 and under action. and tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Christian Moss on that tackle as he was able to get deep penetration in the backfield. And that will do it for this 8 and under contest. The Crew with a big win, 20-0 over Great Elite out of New York. And they continue to move on to fight for another day, the Crew, as the number 2 team defends their number 2 ranking. And keep it locked. We have action coming up right after this game you won't want to miss. Of course, I'm Jonah Willer for Generation X U Sports Network. Keep it locked all day.